Some brothers gonna be put to death, man, for this, man. You see? But going back up to them, I don't want to go too fast. Give me hold what you got, and give me Jeremiah 28 and 28, and then give me 1 Samuel 16 to 40. Jeremiah 28 and 28, and then 1 Samuel 16 and 40.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 28,
verse 8.
Come on, okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Now, if you look it up in a different translation, it'll tell you that the prophets prophesy against those countries, but it tells you that when they do that, war, pestilence, and what else it mentioned?
It says of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
When they do that, they telling that empire that's what's coming to that empire. War, evil, and pestilence. And that's what we tell the masses of the population, wherever these videos go, that's what's coming to this world. Under the rule of Babylon the Great, controlled by Esau Edom. War, pestilence, and evil, man. That's what's coming to this world, man. You see? And whenever we prophesied like that and told Israel, you know what I'm saying, our people or other nations, however it may be, concerning what's coming to them, they was always scared, man. Give me 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 4.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did that which YAHAWASHI spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled.
See? And the elders of the town trembled. Because Samuel was a what? Man of the Lord, man. So they scared. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, he coming. Damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And them gutter rats got that same vibration on them because they know that we the men of the Lord, man. They know that, man. They know that the way we break down, like I always explained, they got 5,000 years worth of history, man. In the Vatican, the Smithsonian Institute, and the Library of Congress, man. They know who we are, man. And by us breaking down these scriptures, telling them what's going on according to the prophets, man, they scared, man. They scared, man.
Seen a video not too long ago. There was a guy that actually, I guess, jumped off a parachute and flew over one of the pyramids over there in Mexico.
Okay.
And it had Paleo-Hebrew writing all on top of it.
Yeah, man, see? Now what they're doing down there like that? And then the difference between those pyramids and the ones over there in Egypt is the ones in Egypt were built in hardcore abundance. Okay? The ones down there in Mexico, they weren't built in hardcore abundance. So they had time to build it and do it, you know what I'm saying, not up on the abundance, right? And I was asking Issachar concerning that, and they were like, yeah, which this brother know, you know, this brother know, but I was asking them concerning, they were like, yeah, you know, it was like that, yeah, that's what it is. And that's the difference. And Issachar was over there in bondage, man, in Egypt, man. 12 tribes was over there, man. That's how they know, man. You see? That's how they know, man. How to build a pyramid, because they was there, man. Even I got records, books that tell you Issachar was over there, man. You see? Go ahead, bro. Read your phone one more time. One more time, call and read it.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did that which YAHAWASHI spake, and gave to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully?
You see? So we pop up on these streets, man. That's how you know these people are asleep, man. Because we on these streets, man, teaching these people, especially our people, need to be trembling, man. But we got the word of YAHAWASHI on shot. But them gutter rats is, and they know, man. They know that what we saying, they know we ain't bullshit, man. They know that the word of YAHAWASHI on shot, but they gonna continue on the left-hand side because they follow the program. See? They follow the program, but they know we ain't bullshit. They know YAHAWASHI on shot gonna destroy this place. And some of them gutter rats say, that's your book. I don't look at the top move. Some gutter rats, you know how they talk. That's your book. I look at the top move and they say different.
Right.
Yeah. Some of the gutter rats talk.
Taboo don't even talk about the Holocaust. So crazy.
Nah. Well, I don't know. I ain't looking there. But I don't know. I ain't looking there. But the thing about it is, the Supreme Book is the Bible, man. And they claim to be the children of Israel, but they history, what they say concerning the Holocaust, ain't in there, man. And then a lot of people in the Holocaust, like I told, which I ain't want to say it, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. Going on with the concerning Holocaust, man. A lot of people died of typhus, man. A lot of people in Auschwitz over there died of typhus, man, because you had marsh land, a lot of land around that had a lot of water around, and you had them rodents, and you had a lot of insects and shit around, and a lot of people over there called typhus, and that's what they died of, typhus. You know, as a matter of fact, Adolf Hitler was a so-called Jew, man. His real name is Adolf Hitler, man. Okay? But go ahead, bro.
Continue.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm gonna jump back to Matthew.
All right, this is back in Matthew chapter 24. And
Started at the rumors, the pestilence, diverse places, and then we're gonna read back down. Let me change this battery because it's about to go dead. All right, we back in it. Let me flip this camera around. Where we at?
yeah, you read Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8.
We left that, I think.
Yeah, we went to
Genesis,
Genesis.
Samuel,
Samuel's.
and then I was like, let's go back to Matthew
Okay. All right.
24. Start with the part with pestilence in.
Okay. This is
Because we left off, we was going into birth pains and all that. But I just want to read back up concerning pestilence and all that.
Okay. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom.
And even with Belarus, there's a clip out there concerning Belarus. Let me show y'all what Belarus is. Because I was showing the brothers earlier. You had all right, now this is Ukraine, right? Let me see here. That's Europe. You got Ukraine, right? Damn, is that Ukraine? I'm tripping. I can barely see it. All right. You got Ukraine right there, right? In the purple right there, where my finger at. Right? And then you got Belarus right there in the like light yellow. Okay? So Belarus is north of Ukraine, right? All right, now you got the Belarus president was talking about that missile being fired over there in Poland, and they were saying the Belarus president was saying, look, when that missile was fired from the S-300 from Ukraine into Poland, he was saying that news that got out that it wasn't even no Russian missiles fired at that particular time. They wasn't even shooting down no Russian missiles at that particular time. He said, and then with that S-300, he said, when the Russian missiles was being fired, when they were being fired, they come from the east to the west. Okay? So that means that the missile defense system is supposed to be pointed to the east and then to shoot the missiles down. But the Belarus president said, look, Poland is west. So why is the missile defense system being pointed west and missiles being shot out of it, and it wasn't even no Russian missiles fired? And he was saying, look, ain't nobody talking about that. He said, it's a hush-hush on that. And he was saying, look, he said, and then during that G20 summit, it was the G7 or G20 summit, he said that's when it happened, but it was a setup to try to draw NATO into the war, all of NATO into the war with Russia. You know, that's what that Belarus president was saying. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put that out there, man. Information's coming out on that. More information's coming out on that. So go ahead, bro.
Well done, Joe Biden. He must be given credit for what he said honestly. It wasn't a Russian missile that hit Poland. I am sure that in Russia they also think that we will withstand this onslaught from the so-called collective West and our other enemies, not only militarily, but above all economically. There is a very powerful war in the media. I am closely following the discussion of relevant issues in Russia. Yes, and we in Belarus talk about it too. I observe with interest, I receive additional information. Especially recently, you noticed, something fell on the territory of Poland. But no one asks and does not answer a number of questions. Why is this frenzied rocket fired by the Ukrainian military, and they were shooting to the east? Russian missiles were shot down in the direction of the east. Why did it turn around and go in the opposite direction? Let the professionals answer this question. But that doesn't happen. There are no such accidents. Well, yes, you can say that. You know, a Russian missile has already flown over Lvov, almost towards Poland, so the S-300 turned around and was already firing to the west. The question arises. Well, the main question, to which no one answers, and the Americans keep quiet, and at that moment, when the Ukrainians were launching the S-300 missile, what were they hitting? What objects? At that time there were no missiles in the air. And the Americans are silent, they don't speak. Because they understand that we also control this territory. And we see something here. We need to answer basic questions. Why exactly during the summit of G20 suddenly attack the NATO state, as it was originally presented? You know, I'm afraid to draw conclusions, but it seems that everything was planned in advance. But they didn't count a bit. People died. And the Poles need to respond to their own population. The leadership of Poland needs to answer to the Poles how it could have happened, why they were hitting the territory of Poland, who agreed, why the rocket suddenly turned and flew from east to west, and why they were shooting at that moment when there were no Russian missiles in the air. There were no missiles at that moment. These questions must be answered, and everything will become clear. You know, Bastards has gone so far. This was a setup. Well done, Joe Biden. He must be given credit that he honestly said, sorry, not Russian. Now a fierce war is going on against us, a fight. And this example shows. They got burned and quickly try, like thieves, to close this topic, do not discuss. Well, then, this is just the beginning. And they regret, Poles and Ukrainians, that this is not a Russian missile that flew.
So Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right.
All these are the beginnings of sorrow.
Yeah, going to the birth pains, man. You see, those are the beginning of sorrow. So what you see taking place in the earth, these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Go ahead.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
And best believe they hate us, boy. Best believe they hate us, man. Them gutter rats and these other nations, they hate us, man. Because we got the truth, man. Okay? They most definitely hate us, man. You can see how they was hating on Kanye just for him saying that he was part of the 12 tribes. He's an Israelite, he's a Jew. See how they was hating on Kyrie Irving, man. He just touching us. He just touching the surface. He ain't even getting deep into it. Neither one of them. And you see how they was hating on him? So we deep into it. So you know they hate us and then we teach you.
Like I said, just for them saying, not even bringing out scriptures and stuff like that. Back
Yeah, yeah, man. And they gonna want to kill us, man. They gonna want to kill us, man. And that's prophecy, man. YAHAWASHI is letting you know, look. It's letting you know, look. Being in this truth, man, this is suffering that you're going to have to go through, man. This is what you're going to have to face, man. So read that from me again, bro.
All right. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Yeah, some of us going to be put to death for teaching this word, man. They didn't put the Lord to death because he was a nice guy, man. They hated him, man. Because he was telling the truth, man. And it was prophecy. You see? So these people on this earth, man, they hate when you tell them the word of YAHAWASHI, man. They hate it for it, man. They don't want to see us out here doing this, man. They got guts for this, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
All these nations, man. Hate us, man. You see? All of them, man. You see? But this the path that you gotta go, man. Go through, man. This the journey that you gotta take, man. Get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Go ahead.
And then shall many be offended.
Many shall be offended, man. Matter of fact, look up the word offended right there. Many shall be offended, man. See? Especially in other nations, man, when we tell them they're going into slavery up under the nigga like you know and everybody, they don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear that, man. Tell them they're going to have to pay for what they did to us in slavery. They're going to have to pay for what they did to the so-called North American Indians and the Latin tribes, man. They're going to have to pay for that, man. They don't want to hear that, man. They get offended, man. They try to, yeah, man, y'all need to forget about that. Nah, man. You're going to have to pay for that, man. You know? Still in our nationality, telling us that, you know what I'm saying, we African American or we Latino or we, you know what I'm saying, North American Indian. They're going to have to pay for that, man. They're going to have to pay for stealing our identity, man. And playing with this book, man. They're going to have to pay for it, man. What you got there, bro?
It's a Strong's G 4624.
Strong's G 4624.
Scanalizo says to cause to fall away, says to cause one displeasure at a thing.
Yeah, to cause one to fall away, man. To cause one displeasure to fall away. You see? That's it on that or some more. Okay. Read it from me again.
It's the blue letter or the scripture. Alright, this is Matthew chapter 24. And it's verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall be betrayed.
Yeah, many shall be betrayed, man. You see?
It says, and shall betray one another.
And shall betray one another, man. That's going to take place, man. When Esau put that pressure on these niggas Latinos and Native Americans that know they Israelites, hey, man, they going to start betraying each other, man. They going to realize that this ain't no game, man. You see? You're going to have your own you know what I'm saying, relatives that know what you're into, they gonna turn on you, man. You start put that pressure on them, man.
Right.
You see, even Israelites, they know they Israelites, they gonna turn on you, man. You see? Everybody gonna be tested, man. And that's why we tell you brothers out there learning, and you brothers standing here, man, hey, realize what you're into, man. This is serious business, man. This ain't no joke, man. This your life, man. And you gonna have people come against you for believing in YAHAWASHI, man. You know? This world hates YAHAWASHI and what we doing, man. They gonna demonize on the news, man. They gonna come all kind of ways, man. To show their hatred, man. You see? And the people that know you, they're gonna be like, look, I see, look at him, such a you know, man. He in that coat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He in that coat. But they don't know the meaning of the word, you know what I'm saying? They goofy. You know what I'm saying? Our people don't know the meaning of the word, man. Coat means worship, man. That's it, man. They look it up at the etymology. They don't know, man. But Esau, Edom, using this magic and this witchcraft, manipulate the mind of the people, and they're going to be looking at us like we evil. You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing a bad thing, but we're doing the will of YAHAWASHI. But it's possible that they're going to betray us, man. That they're going to be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got family members that's going to take the chip, and they're going to say, well, he ain't take the chip. Tell you like that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just straight up snitch on you, man. He ain't take the chip. He over there. Yeah. Damn, this ain't y'all done it. Hey, man. It's real, man. You know? But
Says, and shall hate one another.
shall hate one another, man. The hatred gonna increase, man. So these are the things that we supposed to look for before YAHAWASHI show up, man.